Alrighty, how's everybody going today? Alright, so we got two things to talk about today. We have the Bubba Wallace and the Confederate flag, but we'll get to that last. I like to save the best information for last. And we also have the finish line app and the choices I'm going to be picking and things that I suggest that you should pick as well. That's the whole point of me giving you what I'm picking. I mean, I'm decent at it, but I'm not like, perfect score every week. But anyway, let's get right in it. But, so, for the Martinsville race, Blu-Emu 500. Sorry, it's hard to pronounce that for a second there. But anyhow, so for Group 1, there's Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, and Joey Logano. Now, this is kind of a tough group. I kind of want to pick Kevin Harvick because, he's on a hot streak this year. And same as Brad Keselowski and Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano. The only person in this group that hasn't won a race yet this year is Kyle Busch. And believe it or not, Kyle Busch has actually got the best chance of winning this compared to the odds to win the race that they give you on the finish line app. He's plus 450, to 1 odds. And everybody else is, Brad Keselowski's 600 to 1. And Denny Hamlin, Joey, and Kevin Harvick are all 900 to 1,000 to 1. So I'm going to go ahead and for the first time ever pick a Joe Gibbs car, which would be Kyle Busch for Group 1. Next group's a little bit more difficult. We have Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Jimmy Johnson, Martin Truex Jr., and Alex Bowman. Great group. The two best people in this group would be Martin Truex Jr. and Chase Elliott. Keep in mind, Martin Truex Jr. finally got a stage win at Atlanta, which I was actually wondering when he was going to get up to the front. But regardless, for this group, I'm still going to go with Chase Elliott. He's been really strong this year. He's been up front and dang near almost dominating the whole sport. I feel mostly. I mean, yeah, he hasn't gotten wins to back it up, but I mean, he's been there at the front almost every single restart, every stage. Like, he's just on his point this year. Kevin Harvick is the same as well, but he's not in this group. But anyway, on to Group 3, we have Clint Bowyer, Matt Kenseth, Kurt Busch, William Byron, and Eric Almirola. Now, Kurt Busch and Clint Bowyer share the same odds. It's 2,000 to 1. They share the same. I'm going to take Matt Kenseth out because he's kind of having issues. I mean, he's been running good. He's just been having a little bit of issues, going on with the, getting back into racing after not racing for so long. And, and then going ahead and, he's had a couple spins. But, I mean, that's expected. I mean, he was retired, came out of retirement in a car that he's never drove before. A different package than what he's used to. But, anyhow, for this group, I'm not going to pick William Byron because, honestly, in my opinion, William Byron hasn't been pulling together this year. I don't know what's going on over there, but he's just not doing well at all compared to everyone else on his team. I mean, even Jimmy's outperforming William Byron, and I'm pretty sure Chad Knaus, who is Byron's crew chief at the moment, is probably not liking his job, especially from coming from a champion down to a rookie. I still, to this day, feel that was probably one of the dumbest decisions in NASCAR on the Hendrick Motorsports side of things. Why would you break up a winning team on a regular basis makes no sense to me. I mean, I get it, trying to have a good crew chief for the rookie, but you'd be honestly better off just getting a new crew chief to run the rookie. But anyway, we kind of got a little off topic there. But I'm going to go ahead and pick, I'm going to go ahead and go with Kurt Busch. I would pick Clinton Boyer, but he has a tendency of not making it all the way to the end this year. I don't know if it's fatigue or if he's just getting, getting age on him and he can't hang as long. But anyway, Group 4, we have Matt DiBenedetto, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ryan Newman, Austin Dillon, and Cole Custer. Now, of course, this group has got some decent drivers in them, but, I mean, Austin Dillon hasn't been performing well. Cole Custer, he's been God knows where. But, Ryan Newman, I'm pretty sure he's about washed up. I mean, no offense to him or any Ryan Newman fans, but he's just kind of, he's kind of hanging in the mid-pack, most likely. The high mid-packs, I should say. But you don't really hear too much about him because he's not making any significant moves. I mean, he had a spin out of Bristol there in the first stage. Luckily, he didn't get any damage, so he was able to continue. But this group, I'm going to go with Matt DiBenedetto. Matt DiBenedetto is one of those people that I respect that dude because he's worked and worked and worked his butt off to get to where he is now. He got a better car this year. He's with the Wood Brothers, I believe. And, from what he came from, the 95, he almost lost his career over the off season. Luckily, the Wood Brothers picked him up, which I'm glad to see because, he works at it. He works and works and works. And I'm telling you what, that dude is a future star. Put him in the right car. Put him in Jimmy Johnson's car next year and guarantee it, he'll be up there winning freaking races. But anyhow, Group 5, we have Chris Buescher, John Hunter Nemechek, Tyler Reddick, Christopher Bell, and Ryan Preece. Now, the only two people that I feel would be worth anything in this would be, there's three. Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, and John Hunter Nemechek. Christopher Bell has had some issues the past couple races, but, we'll let those slide. John Hunter Nemechek was kind of, I picked him almost all year and in these groups on finish line, and he's performed like once or twice, but not consistent. So this week I'm going to go with Tyler Reddick because he's strong almost every single race. He had an incident a couple times, but what can you do? Alright, so you got Ty Dillon, Bubba Wallace, Daniel Suarez, Michael McDowell, and Corey LaJoie in Group 6. This is the last group, and usually the one that keeps you from getting the perfect score of 500. And to get the 500, you got to pick these really good. But, I'm going to go with Bubba Wallace. I'm going to go with Bubba Wallace because right now, since he's an African American, with all the stuff that's going on in the country, and pretty much it's divided right now. He's got that drive, one of the main sports on TV. And this dude is I feel he's going to go out there and he's going to give the fans what they want to see. He wants to go out there and win. He's motivated. He's got the entire African American community behind him. And he wants to go out there and win this race for them. And he may not win, but I guarantee you, or he might win. But I guarantee you he will not be finishing in the back. Guarantee it. I'd say maybe if he doesn't win, maybe a anywhere between a 5th place and a 15th place. I don't see him finishing anywhere less than that, because I'm pretty sure he got the new paint scheme for the Black Lives Matter paint scheme that they'll be running at Martinsville. So that's actually quite interesting. I can't wait to see that on TV. But anyway, that was my choice for Group 6, was Bubba Wallace. Now, so let's do a recap, and then we'll pick the race winner and then the second place individual. So we have Group 1, Kyle Busch, Group 2, Chase Elliott, Group 3, Kurt Busch, Group 4, Matt DiBenedetto, Group 5, Tyler Reddick, and Group 6, Bubba Wallace. Now, we're going to pick the race winner here. I am, a firm believer that, I'm going to go with, this is a hard one. I think I'm going to go with Kyle Busch, honestly. And now on the second place, I'm going to go ahead and pick Chase Elliott. Now keep in mind, I did pick those in my groups, but they don't, you can use their names again. Just because you picked them in another group does not mean that you can't pick them for first or second place. Like, no, you can pick whoever. This is why I like playing this compared to the Super 6 app. Is because it's not as, oh, you gotta pick exactly what position they finish in, or you don't win. But anyway, those are my picks for that. Now on to the next topic. I was on the NASCAR app, and I saw how Bubba Wallace was on live TV pushing for a ban for the Confederate flags at the track. I completely agree with that. Completely. And he should. They should be gone, honestly. And what? Why? Why aren't they up? Gone. Like, they should have been gone a long time ago, because the only way you're going to appeal to, what? If I was African American, let's just say if I was, why would I go to a race with Confederate flags flying everywhere? It would scare me. I don't know for sure, because, I'm Caucasian, but, imagine how they would feel. That's a lot of fans. I'm pretty sure there's many, many African Americans that would love to go to the race, but they see the Confederate flag, and it probably turns them away, and I don't blame them. And for NASCAR, I hope that they really think this through and that they take it out. They've already they've already limited Confederate flags down over the past couple years, but they shouldn't be up anyway. You shouldn't let anybody bring them into the stands. I know that's a violation of, your freedom of speech and what you can do. But, this is a new world, and we don't need to be dealing with this stuff, because it's honestly, it is what it is. You all know what's going on. I'm not going to sit here and explain it, but there needs to be some change about some things in the NASCAR, and they've been making great strides. But it's like they're so scared of losing fans that they don't want to make that step, because NASCAR does have the oldest, majority of fans, like age-wise. They're usually older, and the only way to get with these new fans, these younger fans, is to make it appealing to everybody. And so I completely agree with Bubba Wallace, and it probably does you know, get to him sometimes, you know, being the only African American out there on the track. You know, he probably feels intimidated, you know, and, you know, if, who knows, he might even think that if he wins a race that, you know, it might not be well received. I mean, I would root for the dude. Like, I love it when the people that, you know, that run low in equipment or, you know, mid-range equipment that usually aren't up in the top 10, 15 every single race get a win. It's exciting to watch. You know, it adds in that little excitement every now and then. But it's just, it's hard to sit here and think of what he's going through. But you know, he's got, he's where he needs to be. You know, I don't ever see him losing his job any, because he is a good racer. It's just he just doesn't have the equipment behind him. And you know, I would love it if you like left a comment on, you know, like what's your thoughts about the Confederate flag incident. Now, I do not want to see any bullying or any, you know, rude comments to people. But I mean, if you agree with the Confederate flag being removed, let me know. If you disagree, let me know. But keep it in a, you know, a mild manner, I would say. But yeah, I'm quite anxious to see your, you know, your comments on that, because I feel that would be very, very interesting to talk about. And yeah, ran out of something to say. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching this stuff. If you know people that, you know, watch NASCAR, I love it, you know, set them up on my channel, like give them the link to this, and you know, you can just go ahead and, you know, hit that like button and have them subscribe. I mean, that would be awesome. I mean, you know, because I love doing this regardless if I get a subscribe or not. So, you know, I'm just going to keep doing this. You know, maybe one day I might be like that, the other guy that you guys watch on YouTube. Was it Eric Estep? Actually, Eric Estep is the one that inspired me to give you guys this channel. Like, I watch what he does. I watch his channel after every single race. And I hope maybe one day that me and him could become friends, because I don't plan on stopping doing this podcast or YouTube channel anytime soon, just because I love it so much. And so you know, if you like watching me and you've never heard of Eric Estep, type in his name on the YouTube. It's Eric Estep, and it's called Out of the Groove. Now, I'm trying not to talk about the same things he talks about. I'm trying to keep different, you know, things going, because, you know, I don't really want to hurt his his followers or anything and convert them over to me. But I mean, you know, you can watch both. I mean, because I don't discriminate or anything. You know, you like him better, you like me better, or whatever. But anyway, yeah, give Eric Estep a search in your YouTube channel search bar. And I think you'll be quite surprised, because I actually enjoy watching it. And like I said, he's the one that inspired me to do this. And maybe one day I can be giving you videos just like he gives you. I mean, I've already gotten better since the first one, so why not do more, right? But anyway, thanks for listening to this long video. You know, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, and we can probably work on those things together, and we can get this channel up to what you want. But anyway, have a good day.